Hello everyone, this is Professor DePaulo. Welcome you back to Psych 265 fully online. And today we're going to talk about how to write the method section of the APA manuscript. So this section is very easy to write. You can write this in 5 or 10 minutes. There's 3 sections. And in this survey-based experiment we're doing, which is basically looking at COVID health-related behaviors, there's not really much to really talk about in terms of the method because it's an online survey. So what we're going to do to write the methods, we're going to start out with the word method in regular text and make sure you center it. Make sure it's 12-point font. Okay, so that goes centered. And then everything else is left justified. So there's 3 subheaders. The first subheader is participants. And that should be in italics. The second so I'll leave some space. The second subheader is materials. And that should be in italics too. So all the subheaders are in italics and the main header method is in plain font. And the last one is going to be procedure. Now, if your study is very complicated, you're going to have a lot more to talk about in terms of material and procedure. But when you're just doing a basic survey, there's not really much here in terms of explaining the procedure. So we're going to follow a very basic setup for this, and I'm going to tell you what to do. So you don't need to write any colons or hyphens. So what you want to do is start out underneath participants. Make sure it's not italics, as only the subheadings are in italics. And then start talking about your participants. So who participated in the research? Now, for this semester, I'm going to be doing the total study. And the main reason I'm doing the total study, the total number of participants over the last couple of semesters, is because this semester we don't have many subjects, many participants. So to analyze the data with just, 15 or so, 16 participants is not going to really work too well. So I'm looking at all the participants collected over multiple semesters. That's what we're doing here. So over multiple semesters, we had a total of 130 participants. And you're going to be writing this out in sentence form, so write full sentences. I'm just going to be making notes for you here so you know what to write. 130, keep spelling participants wrong. Oops. 130 participants. Out of that, 107 were female. Okay. Make sure there's no typos. 20 males. And 3 non-binary. So out of 130 participants, 107 were female, 20 males, 3 non-binary. You want to write this out in the full sentence, basically. And say that these people participated in the current research study or the COVID health-related behaviors research study. That's what we're doing. Now, some of the other details of participants, we had, in terms of ethnic, racial breakdown, 32 African Americans. We had 1 American Indian, or Native American. We had 12 Asian and 61 Hispanic Latino. So a large portion in our sample. And finally 24 white. So that was the ethnic racial breakdown. And then in terms of gender, we did gender. In terms of age, the age range was 19 to 56. So in your participant section, you're going to write a couple sentences here, full sentences, saying that there were 130 total participants, 107 were female, 20 were male, 3 were non-binary. The ethnic racial breakdown was 32 African Americans, 1 American Indian, 12 Asian, 61 Hispanic, Latino, 24 white. And these participants range in age between 19 and 56 years old. And then you're done with the procedure. You're just going to write basically what I put here in sentence format. So 2 or 3 sentences, and you're done with participants. Materials, well, the only material we used was an online survey. So you want to write a survey measuring the various variables. So measuring, what do we measure? Vaccination, status, mask wearing, empathy, attachment style, anxiety, and depression. There are a few other things measured, but these are the majority here. So a survey was given measuring vaccination status, mask wearing, empathy, attachment style, anxiety, and depression. That's it. You're going to just say a survey, and you're going to list the variables here in a complete sentence. And the procedure is very simple also. Let me just spell depression right. And make sure that's not italicized. The only italics are the subheadings. Everything else is in plain font. So the procedure is an online survey, right? Was completed. That took approximately 30 minutes or so. That's it. If you want to write that it was completed as part of course credit for a research and psychology class at the Borough Manhattan Community College, you can write that too, if you want. But you just need to write that basically the online survey was completed. It took approximately 30 minutes. That's it. You're done with the method. So it's basically a 5 to 10 minute assignment. There's not much going on here because you're completing a survey. If we were running an experiment where we had multiple conditions, then there'd be a lot more to write in terms of what's going on. Describing each condition, describing how people were assigned to conditions. There's a lot going on there, so there's a lot more to write. But in our situation, there's not much to write because we're just doing an online survey. So 10-minute assignment in this format, right? Save it as a PDF, upload it to the method section. I will give you feedback. This should be an easy 10 out of 10 for this assignment. There should be not any problems. Now remember that the method must be based on the class study, which is the survey that you took online. The survey that looked at COVID health-related behavior. One of the big problems I see that students make all the time is they write the method about a different study. So they got an article to write, to use for their introduction, and then they start writing the method of that article. No, the manuscript you're writing is based on the current research study we're doing as a class. So it's the COVID health-related research study you completed, or you were supposed to complete. It's not, I don't care about the method of another article that's already been published. We're writing the manuscript based on our current research study, so please make sure you're writing it on the current study, which is what I'm talking about here. I've provided you all the information. There is no, you just have to put it in sentence format. Write complete sentences, and you should be fine. There's not really an issue here. Save it as a PDF, upload it. It should be 10 out of 10. This is by far the easiest section of the paper you're going to write. The introduction was more work. The discussion that's going to come up next week or next assignment is going to be more work. And then obviously the abstract and the title and the references are more work. So this should be an easy assignment. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I look forward to reading these soon and basically giving you 10 out of 10 if you're following directions. So if you have any questions, though, please reach out to me. I am available. Good luck with this. Shouldn't be that hard, and I'll see you next time.